Listen, when your quarterback is Patrick Mahomes, the league's reigning MVP and the new face of the NFL, a guy who does things like this, and even this, the guys on the receiving end of these ridiculous throws should always find themselves on weekly highlight reels. So, what about the opportunity to add another playmaker to the mix of the talent that's already here? Let's take a look at 6 receivers who should hear their names called on draft weekend. We've got a mix of smaller, quick receivers, and then you've got your outright physical beasts, like this first guy, Ole Miss standout DK Metcalf. He's the name most fans will immediately recognize because of the pub he got after blowing up the combine with a blazing 4.33 40-yard dash at 230 pounds. That's freakish ability. And it showed up on film at different times throughout his 3-year career, which was a little bit plagued by injuries, but when he's out there, there's zero doubting his physical traits. Teams looking for a playmaker with an elite blend of height, weight, and speed, then Metcalf is your guy at the top of this draft. North Carolina State's Kelvin Harmon is built in a similar mold as Metcalf at 6'3" and 214 pounds, so he's on the bigger side of receivers. But despite lacking that same explosion as Metcalf, Harmon produced over the last 2 seasons, racking up 150 catches for more than 2,200 yards with 11 touchdowns. He excels when the plays break down, and he has no issue high-pointing balls over defensive backs. And, like former Chief Tom Ali, Harmon was born in Liberia before moving to the United States when he was just 4 years old. South Carolina's Deebo Samuel is an all-around weapon, who earned first-team All-SEC honors as an all-purpose player and return specialist last year. He had 4 kickoff return touchdowns in his career, and that was a school record. He's known for being fearless and bringing an edge with him to the field, proving his Deebo nickname that came from the character in the movie Friday. NFL Media's Lance Zierlein said of Samuel that he plays each game like he's stepping into an alley fight. Next up is a man-child from Big 12 country and Iowa State's Akeem Butler. He set school records last season in terms of yards and yards per catch, and at 6'6", he's an immediate mismatch for most NFL cornerbacks. He had 10 receptions last season of at least 40 yards, which was 3rd best in the nation. Draft analysts say he's a work in progress, needing refinement on his routes as well as some concentration lapses on drops, but again, the tools are all there. And from right down I-70, Missouri's Emmanuel Hall is no stranger to the big play, averaging more than 20 yards per reception throughout his time in college. He was a second-team all-conference performer last season, hauling in 37 catches for 828 yards and 6 touchdowns while missing 4 games with a groin injury. He won a gold medal at the AAU Junior Olympics in the high jump, and draft analysts say he's more of a sprinter than a polished receiver right now, but his big play ability is evident. And finally, Ohio State's Terry McLaurin has also had a pre-draft journey to remember, running an electric 4.35 40-yard dash at the Combine in February after impressing at the Senior Bowl in January. He's got good size to go along with that speed and finished with 11 receiving touchdowns last season. He's projected as a mid-round pick, but McLaurin is also a standout special teams player, which should help him moving forward.